What are signs that someone thinks they're cool but are actually huge losers? They brag about how cool they are. I have a friend who got a GF a few months ago. She took his virginity and now all he talks about is sex around us. It's honestly extremely irritating. Like I'll be talking to him about how stressful my day was because I have a lot of homework and he'll say something like, when I get stressed, I just call my GF to come over my house so we can F. Like dude, we get it. You have sex. Congratulations. I don't give a F. Edit. We're in college, folks. He's 22 years old. When he first told me about him and his GF, I was ecstatic for him. He had been trying to get a girl for the 3 years that I've known him to no avail. I get him being happy and boastful about it for a few weeks, but it's been months. I love the guy and I don't plan on ending our friendship, but his daily updates on his sex life gets very annoying. When they talk about how much money they have or have spent on things repeatedly. I have an acquaintance who won $500 at a local casino like 4 to 5 years ago around age 25. A nice little hit. 2 weeks later, he had 5 fanned out $100 bills tattered on his shoulder and bought a fake teeth grill at a mall kiosk. He even bought his girlfriend the most obviously fake Coach purse in the history of Coach purses. You would have sworn he won $500 million the way he acted for that month or two. He still lives with his parents to this day. If someone puts too much emphasis on 1 or 2 achievements from 10 years ago and doesn't shut up about them, that's a sign they're not cool. Alternatively, if someone makes fun of people in their friend group too often about things that happened 10 years ago, that's a sign they're not cool. My friend group will constantly roast me about stuff I did 5 to 6 years ago and pretend I haven't changed, and I'd do the same things over again. Reminds me of my parents and grandparents who would see me doing something once and then go on and on about it forever. You always have your hair in your eyes. You're always listening to them headphones. You're always telling your sister to go away, even if the last time I did any of those things was over 5 years ago. Edit. Obviously I've used headphones in the past 5 years though. I forgot to bring any socks at all on one trip I took with my parents when I was a kid. We used to take these trips to see family 2 to 3 times a year. 4 years afterwards my mom would tell me to not forget the socks because I always forget. It happened that one time only ever. I've had a female friend bring something up that I said when I was about 14 to 16. I was like, seriously? That was over 20 years ago. Do you really think I'm the same dude I was when I was a teenager? WTF. My parents will randomly bring something up I stopped doing years ago just to be annoying and act like I'm a hypocrite. Me, my brother needs to stop leaving a 1/10 of a bowl of cereal in the box. Mom, oh shut up. You leave empty boxes laying around all the time. Me, it's been like 3 years since I've done that. Mom, yeah, okay. Edit, great. My first big comment in a while is about the brutal regime I live under. My wife still gets ribbed by her mother and stepfather about a minor, understandable mistake she made almost 40 years ago. We don't visit her family much. Annoying other people and being discouraging to their dreams. I used to listen to this guy on the radio, Tom Lee Kiss. He would talk about how like, if you told family or some friends your goals and dreams they would sometimes laugh at you, as if you couldn't do it. Say you wanted to be a doctor, and they laugh and say you, a doctor. He said it's because they don't want you to do that, because then they would look/feel bad, like, oh man my cousin is 28, and I'm a doctor, and I'm 27, and I work at 7 to 11. Basically their success would make you look bad in comparison. Can't have that. Exactly. Misery likes company. When they think they are Conor McGregor, or act like him, or are him. Story time. I coach kids BJJ at the local family owned gym as a new purple belt. It's a smaller gym. Smaller classes, maybe 10 to 15 for an adult BJJ class / about the same for kids class and 6 to 8 for a kickboxing class. About 1 to 2 times a month, we get these dude brothers who come in for their free classes. Close your eyes and imagine the ultimate Chad MMA stereotype. Tight tap out, UFC, or affliction shirt / tank, gym shorts, tattoos, etc. Yep, that's pretty much them. About 95% of them come in thinking they're MMA experts because they watch UFC. Cocky and arrogant as hell. Loud. Interrupt the class with their knowledge. Easiest thing to do. Put a little brown belt, 5 feet 6, 143 pounds, who packed our trophy case with trophies/medals from BJJ tournaments. He lets them win for a minute or two, and before Chad can figure out what happened, Lamont has their own GI wrapped around their neck and they're tapping out. Rarely do they come back after being humbled. The other 5% come off as one of those guys, but they're actually there to learn and are respectful. Too many people go around thinking martial arts is all about kicking ass, or that it makes you a tough guy. I knew a guy who claimed that no martial arts studio would train him because they were afraid that he would become a lethal weapon when the martial arts skills would be combined with his temper. This guy was a lot like the Bajal boss. I have a coworker who is obviously very insecure and jealous of truly confident people. It became clear pretty quickly that he wants to be seen as this macho guy whenever he described arresting someone and ground and pounding them like it was the UFC. There was just something about the way he said it, making noises to emulate the supposed punches and elbows he landed. I feel like people who are truly secure don't feel the need to tell/make up such an elaborate story that makes them look cool. I used to work with this guy that literally looked like a fat neckbeard meme. Every Monday he'd come in bragging about hooking up with some chick over the weekend. Sometimes it was even a threesome. He'd also brag about beating someone's ass in a bar fight or getting jumped and beating up multiple guys. It became so ridiculous that we all just went with it, and every Monday we'd act amazed at this guy's incredible stories. Bragging about the amount of people you've slept with or your junk size. They're usually lying about them both. Lol, this is so true. Every guy I've met like this always talks about it, but is never with a girl anytime I hang out. I have a friend like that. Our whole friend group clowned on him because we thought he was just faking it. He now sends a video of him effing a different girl like once a week to our Snapchat group as evidence. Turns out he really does have massive cock, and he gets a lot of girls. When they constantly have a reason for everything wrong going on in their life instead of having some accountability. I have the opposite problem. I blame myself for everything. A meteor destroys your house. God damn it, I know I should have installed that surface-to-air missile system. Genuine inability to take personal responsibility for how their actions affect others. Oh hey, that's exactly one of my flatmates. Posting every single second of their life on social media. If curating an online persona is all you do, you become that annoying person who is always on their phone and never looks like they do in their selfies. It sucks to hang out with them too. I hate the pre-meal picture and the selfie session every time we come across something nice. Proving that you have fun shouldn't get in the way of having fun. Dating someone in high school well after high school. That is a critical yikes on the international yikes scale. He shifted his yikes into maximum overdrive. They feel the need to one-up every single thing you say. Massive sign of insecurity and desperate need for validation. Hanging around a high school more than a year after graduating. When they enlist in the military and think they are automatically heroes. Claiming to be the second messiah. Don't be dissing the Antichrist like that. They identify as sovereign citizens. When they say things like, sorry losers and haters, but my IQ is one of the highest, and you all know it. Please don't feel so stupid or insecure, it's not your fault. Wearing a fedora and swinging a katana around. They are just mastering the blade and cultivating inner strength. Social media pages that are 95% pictures of their own face. Totally this one. I have a few people who I really like, but their social media is atrocious in this regard, and I'm just like, why? They're otherwise good people, but the selfie to non-selfie ratio is way off and just looks so cringe and self-involved. I don't get it. I knew a guy who thought that bragging that he has slept with 420 people is cool. He decided to tell me this after I slept with him. I was apparently the 421st, which he was enlightened to tell me. After sleeping with me, I automatically went to get tested the next day. Feel disgusted thinking about it. He had only slept with 4 people including me. Wanker. Giant subwoofers in the trunk, so everyone around them has to listen to their fenders vibrate. Along those same lines, people on the bus or train cranking up music on their phones without headphones. Basically people who force their bad music on everyone around them. They force other people to drink or take drugs and are shocked when you refuse.